is searching for is. Okay, next, can you get back to the slide? Yeah. Now I'm going to talk about the webcams. We have attached two Logitech webcams, one for the forward visualization and the other one for the downward visualization of the path. Next one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you that the interfacing of the sensors with the SBC is done usually, most of it is done by a USB or a RS-232 method, and the serial communication between the units and the SBC is done using the UART module, that is the Universal Asynchronous Receiving and Transmitting module. Okay, and we have another specific DAQ card, data acquisition card, for the hydrophones and for the interfacing the hydrophones for acoustic navigation. Next one.
So coming to another very integral part of our AUV, which is the power distribution, that's how we have distributed the power in our AUV. As you have heard, that it is an unwired AUV, so we have basically put two batteries here, one of 29.6 volt, which is above it, and one 15 volt battery, which is there. So the batteries used here is LiPo batteries, which are custom-made batteries and which are lighter in weight, and the energy distribution is very good in it. So our first choice was a LiPo battery. So as you can see in the diagram, the 29.6 volt battery is governing this power board. This power board is taking this decision and managing its power along the thirsters. The SBC is also connected to a power board as well as a 15 volt battery. But our SBC is basically deriving its power source from a 15 volt battery. And everything else is being connected with this SBC, except as the pressure sensor is also connected to the SBC, and to the battery is also it is also being connected. Now, the main idea behind we taking two batteries here was that the single board computer system is being governed through this battery. So, and this battery is governing this power board. So SBC is connected to power board as well as 15 volt. So if in any case 15 volt battery is not working, or it is not appropriate, or anything happens to a 15 volt battery, then our SBC can still run with the help of a power board, which is getting its supply from a 29.6 volt battery. And as you can see, every other unit is connected to an SBC. Every other unit will also get the power supply. So at any point of time, if this battery is not working, this battery is sufficient enough to take our AUV to different places, and we can take out our AUV very easily. At any mishappening happens, or anything happens which is not desirable, obviously. Now the control system, we are talking about the control system. We have controlled our AUV with different algorithms and different programs. The different mechanisms like grabbing and dropping is being programmed in LabVIEW, and the control systems are basically executed on LabVIEW. Yeah. This is also artificial vision and image processing. It is also very important aspect regarding an AUV, because the AUV should be able to recognize that what object or what path it is following at that moment of time. So we have, for this purpose, we have a camera which visualizes an object or a path, anything, and then this analog signal is being converted into a digital signal with the help of quantization, sampling, and encoding, which is very normal. And this information is being stored and processed by the CPU, or you can say the SBC. And this image is then can be sent to the user, which is being using, which can see the pictures on the land or anywhere, or it can be recorded. That is also a very important part, because the user should know that at that point of time where the AUV is. So it can be recorded, and the next processing can be done afterwards. Yeah. Okay, the underwater acoustics will be.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about the acoustics. Acoustic, as I just said, hydrophones are going to detect the acoustic signal. It's going to send the acoustic signal to a piezoelectric crystal, which is going to convert the acoustic signal into an electric signal. And then we need a filter. We use bandpass filter here to remove the unwanted signals. And then we need an ADC, that is the analog to digital converter, which uses sampling and quantization to convert the analog signal into the digital signal. And then we send the signal to the DSP for further processing. Next one. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to tell you the basic working algorithm of our AUV. The mechanical body is always in constant contact with the software, which drives the DIB, and after getting feedbacks from various sensors like hydrophones and the pressure sensor. Yeah, okay, and the DIP are governed by the SPC, which constantly takes control of the error. Okay, if there is a lot of error, then it takes the corrective measure that is required to reduce the error. And then if you have a graphic user interface, that is the user which is who's on the surface, and he's managing. He's just looking at the AUV, whatever the functions the AUV is performing. Okay, he can send the signal to the graphic user interface as well. And then simultaneously, it's also actuating the actuators, the motor drivers, which are used to perform the various tasks that are given to the AUV, like grabbing, or if you wanna send pictures of the shipwreck or whatever. This is how it is. Next, yeah.
So coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to say that the AUV which we have implemented was tested on different conditions, and most of the positive results were found. But we've concluded few points after our experiments. The first of the point is that for a more leak-proof design to make our AUV more waterproof, because the components inside an AUV is an electronic component, so we need no water, any or moisture to enter that and enter the cylinder. So to make it more leak-proof, the number of joints we have to reduce it. And for the better application of grabber mechanism, we'll have to restrict the motions in 3D of objects it grabs. Basically, it is telling us about that when it grabs something, the stability of an object is an issue as well. And for reliable maneuverability at greater depth, for the stability and in the greater depths is also a very important aspect regarding this AUV as well. So I guess we finished with this. If anyone has a question, you can ask.
You can ask the questions.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
I just wanted to know if when your AUV is work under the deep sea, there is no light. How your webcam work?
Webcam work.
Yeah, you don't get any light. Okay, in the deep sea it's dark, so
It's dark. That's what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah, we are working on, because right now we've just analyzed our AUV not in that deep sea. So we have to yet to recognize that problem.
But what you are saying is a good option, good question there. But we can fit an AUV with some lights as well,
Yeah.
if it is an option.
Exactly.
It can be easily done with the power sources there and lights.
And we have enough power in our batteries to support that light, whatever we are going.
Basically, we have not tested it in deep inside the oceans.
We are just in a normal swimming pool.
Yeah. So
Right.
anyone else? Anyone else?
Very interesting. How long? Have you tried how long the your AUV
Testing.
Yeah,
It's been 4 months, I guess.
4 months.
4 months.
Okay.
No.
I mean the
20
one
hours.
once.
20
yeah,
hours.
when
20
you-
hours. 20 hours.
Oh, 20 years.
20 hours it can work
Oh, okay. That is good.
once.
If something happens like, for example, like the water is very murky.
Very murky.
Yeah, very murky. How do you conquer this problem? Because you use vision.
Vision. Yeah, that's the same thing. I guess we need some lights. That's fine.
Yeah. The murky is not only.
I guess what he's trying to ask is that if there's some objects there which are murky in the sense that wood stuff's in there. So for that we have that DIP thing, which is detecting objects and which it can take another path for that. And it's not
Corrective
a problem.
measures.
Corrective
Yeah,
measures can be
Yeah,
taken.
the algorithms are going to be there that will make sure that our AUV avoids those obstacles. And we have obstacle
Basically,
avoidance.
what I feel is that a small fish or something is not an obstacle for an AUV because it's a big design.
It's
If
22
a big
kgs.
wooden block is there or anything else is
Stone
there,
or something.
then it's going to take its corrective measures.
Yes, it's gonna. We have that mechanism, obstacle avoidance mechanism in our algorithm to make sure it
Maybe
avoids.
just show them that slide of software is much more. See, yeah. See, this is where it is.
Yes,
Error control and corrective measures. The SBC is taking the corrective measure with the error control.
If you find something very solid in front of you which can damage the AUV, it'll take the corrective measures and it'll again go back to the same path whichever it is assigned. It will be pre-programmed that it was into it, and by the time if once it finds an obstacle, it's gonna come back. It's gonna avoid that obstacle, and then it's gonna come back to the same path that's been assigned. Anything else?
So, okay, my voice is quite big enough to be listened. So, my question is, once you put the AUV to the underwater is just like a three-dimensional, right? So you put the AUV to the underwater, then AUV just go somewhere. So we need to track that AUV all the time. So how could you track that?
Tracking.
Yeah.
Our AUV is providing the signals to the user as well. Don't forget that. One thing. And the second thing which you told, that it will go in very wide direction, that is pre-programmed. When we are shown the user, when it is sending an AUV, it knows that what basically he is looking for there inside the ocean.
Exactly.
If for defense purpose, if we are using it for defense purpose, basically it's looking for any kind of missile or ruins of missiles or anything else.
Whatever.
So
let me
person there does what AUV is doing. So it is programmed like this.
Okay, it's not, we're not gonna send the AUVs just anywhere, and we're gonna ask it to find something else. We'll have a restricted area, like probably a 200 meter, 100 meter area. We can't do this because the signals, and if a AUV has to search the whole ocean, it's not possible.
Obviously not
You'll
possible.
obviously have to make a specific area in which we have to search for whatever we are searching for. You should have an idea, or probably if you're using the AUV for defense purposes, if it is just guarding your port, for example, then you'll have to assign a specific area when it's gonna come back. It's just gonna rotate in that area only. It can't go just all along the whole island, and it can't search the.
We can use many AUVs if you want that.
Exactly.
If you want a big.
That's our aim, to make an economical design. It's not that expensive as well. Right now in India, 50,000 crore, just one AUV they've costed for 50,000 crore. I'm sure it's going to be a very nice design as well. But we have just tried to propose an economical design that's physically and commercially more viable. Anything else?
Seems like a very good cooperation between Abhishek and Gaurav. I had the opportunity to connect with them during the coffee break. Abhishek is majoring in mechanical engineering, and Gaurav is majoring in electronics, so they both have partnered together in this project. One thing that was coming to my mind was, since you're saying it's very commercially viable and you propose your own AUV, maybe if you're working on the enhancements, you can file for a patent on this.
No, we just have to define the design first. We are making it physically now. Now we have started the testing and all. We still need to define a design. As we said, it's not that the maneuverability is an issue when it goes deeper down. We have tested it till 40 feet deep. Okay, so it's not that deep enough. We want to make it deeper, even further.
No, I understand you guys are early in your career, but as you do more and more research on this, once you are able to solve all those problems on maneuverability and more intensive testing, it would be a better idea to send this for a patent application.
First goal from here is that we are taking participation in a AUVSI competition that is held in
Excellent.
US Naval Research. The next year, July, we are applying for it, and we are preparing ourselves for that competition first. We're gonna just make sure that the AUV goes through it, and then we can do everything.
Obviously, if we win there, then it's gonna be like.
Yeah, I'm very happy to see their aspirations, and I wish all the best to them. And thank you for coming all the way from India and presenting in China over here. Give a big hand